Hello and welcome back to EPIC45. We were playing
I thought to myself,
then.
I thought, I'm not going to say anything. I should say something.
I cast the
see how
chicken
much
really
dead air
quickly.
you would live with. I was going to see
I
if
don't,
like,
not much.
it's going to be like 3 or 4 minutes of you waiting for me to say something. No, I've done all of them, so you can do it.
Okay, no. Welcome back to EPIC45 with Intel. Yeah. This is why I let you do it, yeah. I am once again EXO. I should actually change my name to Once Again EXO, because that's how I always introduce myself.
I like that.
Yeah, Once Again EXO.
Yeah, it's nice.
And with me is Hart. We are bringing you the
ZVZ
lower bracket final. Fjant versus RiSky. It's going to be a big one.
This is the true finals. This is the mecca of Epic Land.
Yeah.
It's the last ZVZ of the day. You've made it. You've survived. It's 8 PM UK time, which means it's 9 PM for like most people watching, because it's 9 PM in Europe.
Yeah.
And this is it. You've survived. There's one more series. One more ZVZ. It's a best of 5. It's not even a best of 7. Normally it's a best of 7, and we make you watch it. But it's not.
And this, this is the final boss. This is the final match. Geralt is just the secret boss later on.
Oh, like the next phase.
Yeah.
I hate that sometimes. Like, it's a really hard game. You're like, I finally did it, and then he like turns into a massive robot, and you're like, yes, obviously.
Exactly.
No, I lose.
So we're going to get to see who goes against the super secret final boss here. Game 1 is going to be on Incorporeal.
Yeah, I didn't read the rest of the things.
Oh,
I do know. RiSky grabbed me right before this.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, I've got some content for you.
Oh.
He said, I didn't veto
the
Last Fantasy, and I picked it second.
Oh,
so
wow. So we are guaranteed
Last Fantasy. I thought he was like, I didn't veto it. I put it 5th. So like maybe we'll play it. Like maybe
No.
But,
he's the man who committed.
Got some weird UI.
Can we read? Yeah, sure.
Oh, Fjant left. There we go.
That's game number 1, baby.
That counts. It all counts.
It all counts. We had a funny story. We had a tie earlier in the tournament between Fletcher and Nico. Sorry, Distan and Nico, I think it was.
Yeah, sounds right.
And yeah, it was like a weird 3 racks versus. It was 3 racks Reaper versus 3 racks non-Reaper, but Nico killed all the SCVs of Distan. Okay. And then Distan had the standing army left, but he couldn't
but can't do anything.
Yeah.
He told me that he had like 49 minerals and a
yes,
like couldn't.
It was really unfortunate.
Yeah.
And then in that they started talking about a tie, and they were like, "Well, how do we do that?" like Nico was afraid to leave in case they counted as a loss, and Distan didn't want to leave either. You got to do it sometime, yeah.
Yeah. But at this level, like these players know it's like, I'll leave. It's all good.
Yeah, so
and they spawned in the same positions as well.
That's fantastic. There's fate right there.
Spawning in the bottom right of Incorporeal Ladder Edition. Playing for Team Rotti in the yellow Zerg as always.
He's still got it. Duh.
Sorry, we're just checking. It's Fjant.
It's Fjant. I'd rather read. Sorry. Oh, RiSky.
Won that one. There we go. 1-1.
1-1 in this best of 7 series, which basically makes it a best of 5 now. And damn, that was, I told my funny tie story. Do we have any other stories for life?
That wasn't a tie. That was like it seems like a weird bug. Basically, RiSky is saying that he has the wrong skin. Like the arcade skin at the bottom. Yeah. And like it's little things like that sound like really wrong arcade skin, but it's like I can imagine that's quite distracting. He says one of the paid ones, so like some of those are like quite big and intricate and weird. So like you can imagine
that
like,
they
when
take
you're
up
really
real
trying to play
estate.
you're at your best. Yeah, you don't really want that. Yeah, for sure.
You sometimes also I don't know. There was a ladder bug a while back. I haven't played as much recently, so I don't know if it's true. And it would put your profile picture to your races. Or I only play.
Yeah, I remember that. No, it made everyone's profile picture.
For all Zealot, yeah. And then it was like, and you got everything default. Like even if you had skins on or announcers on, it would put everything default. Such a weird bug that was. It would happen like 1 in 20 games. It was like not super common, but common enough that it happened. Welcome. to
sorry.
Starcraft.
So we're just
we're just remaking the lobby one more time. Hopefully one more time. So we want to make sure the players are happy here. We're a very like player-focused event, I would say. I think most ones probably are.
It's a little bit different, isn't it? So like Home Swim Cup, they're obviously player-focused, and like they have a lot of people that I'm sure are like dedicated to looking after players. But it's they're blaming you.
They are blaming me.
But this is a LAN. It's a little bit different. Like we were here to hang out. People are here to chat,
there's a lot
games.
of big
so
social.
Like we're scheduling. We're like we need these games done in time. But also we went and played football for a bit of lunch.
That's
like,
good.
There was good breaks. Like planned out.
He still has it. Does he need to make the map? I'll just play.
Okay, he's gonna give it a go on the weird thing. You can't see it because we're using the like fancy overlay. He doesn't have this one, I assume.
I'm not actually the one typing on the keyboard
no,
here.
That's me. Spawning in the bottom right, playing in the yellow for Team Rotti, the third time on Incorporeal, is Fjant.
And his opponent, the man who is cursed with the wrong arcade skin, it is RiSky.
Yeah, so I feel like we didn't finish saying. It's the console thing. It's like this thing that you see at the
that's
bottom.
it. Yeah.
Some of them are like big and shiny and flashy.
Some of them have like APM numbers on as well.
Yeah. Like the APM especially. Like I feel like you're kind of like stuck, like just glancing at it all game.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit distracting when you're trying to play at your best. That's not what you want at all. And I feel like I think that's pretty valid. You know.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want him to play with like the wrong mouse or
exactly.
bad DPI
or if you are going to do that, it's a very deliberate thing. Like, do you know what I want to do? Right, I want to like get two of the best players to be standing behind two of the worst players who don't normally play their race, and they're like guiding them, they're like coaching them through, but they're not allowed to touch the controls. So we get like a RiSky versus Fjant, but it's actually like me versus who's another non-Zerg, you know, like Distan or somebody.
Yeah.
And Distan is being coached by Fjant, and I'm being coached by RiSky live, and we've just got to like figure it out. That'd be interesting.
Little puppets.
Yeah, like little puppets. Yeah. Because it's like I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't play the game.
Pretty even. Everything going okay.
The mirror.
I think maybe RiSky is just setting up so he's got an excuse if he loses.
Oh,
I think
big.
That's pretty good. I think that's pretty good because no one would ever know if he had the wrong like console skin on. You know?
We're gonna get that camera behind him. I'm gonna take the webcam up. I'm gonna go up there. Drag the wiring through all the building, you know.
Yeah, I mean we are really far away from the player.
We are kind of.
We might need a few extension cables, but it's pretty valid.
It's true. There is a camera in that room. We could make it happen, I think. But for now, we'll take his word. You know, like the schmucks we are.
Yeah. Pretty even so far in this game. Everyone's just playing the same. Things can diverge quite quick. Like ZVZ, you can get to this sort of spot and then be like, no, I'm gonna put a Baneling down. And
Baneling let's go down.
We've seen Fjant do it. I'm sure RiSky can do it too, so it's good. I think I wonder who's seen more of who play. I think it might be RiSky.
I was about to ask exactly that. What do you, or actually, I was going to go forward. What do you think the main thing in terms of strength that differentiates these two? Like, is RiSky a better macro player, or maybe better micro, or are you not sure?
I think Fjant is much faster.
Yeah, I've watched him.
Fjant plays really fast, really good at multitasking. You can see, like, even against Gerald, he's like trying to pull him apart and like play on two fronts. We saw against Figaro where he played like burrow roaches and that sort of thing. Like little things like that can give him a really good edge. I think he plays good builds, and I think he has like good kind of planning, and we saw that against Figaro as well. But RiSky's just really solid and just played so many tournament games. I feel like he's just very very used to these sorts of positions. Yeah, we had a little.
I like when you
chase,
blink.
but then
blink
they both
and then
had
they got
speed.
Road speed.
Yeah, Fjant made quite a few links here. Oh no, he's just caught up to RiSky really, so they both have about the same. RiSky's gonna get the scout off. Obviously, like the main thing you want to see is like gas timing, that sort of thing, because it would tell you like mutas and or like Nidus, something like that.
Yeah, really, this just shows that everything is standard. And then again, it's not always about what you see; it's about that confirmation that it's not something really crazy.
Yeah.
One Baneling here.
That's a bad rough. Yeah, that's a bad start for Fjant. A little bit rough. And he kind of, I think, sent those lings in. Wasn't really expecting the Bane in quite that position. So definitely not too bad there for either player, but definitely a little bit of an edge for RiSky. I think, like barely an edge for RiSky.
Yeah.
Roach Run coming through, and +1 is already on the way, whereas Fjant's Evo is even a little bit later.
Oh, that could be big, actually.
Yeah, I mean, these kinds of little things trickle down through the game.
Is it, and yeah, sorry, just to confirm, in Roach Wars, is it 2-1 is like the upgrade?
2-1 is good.
Yeah.
0-1 is pretty pointless.
Okay.
+1 ranged is good.
Yeah,
but like Carapace is pointless until 2-1, and then it gets good again.
Right,
so like you'll go 1-1.
2-1.
2-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you go 1-0 and then 2-1.
2-0 and then 2-1. Yeah. Most common is when +1 finishes, you get both upgrades.
Yes. Yeah. That's yeah. That was.
I mean, in general, Carapace is quite weak in this match. Apart from its mutas, like Hydra's against mutas, because the muta attacks
really
fast and it bounces. So the armor is really good there. Both players kind of maneuvering around.
Oh, there we go.
Not really any like big, nothing really big going on.
Yeah.
Just poking. Fjant is trying to snipe this Bane. He's going to see the roaches that are already out. RiSky is doing a bit of a counter attack with his lings of his own, but there are already roaches and Banes here to meet them.
Yeah, and both players not really hard committing the lings. They're just poking around. And again, we've talked about this before. The high level utility of lings is really good. Oh, Fjant now loses all his lings.
yeah. Just wasn't quite keeping an eye on them and didn't send them all the way home. Lost them in the map.
Yeah.
I mostly feel like I see Tosses or Terrans do this, like especially with like Medivacs or like War Prism, where they like send it halfway back and then it gets caught.
I've been guilty of that.
Yeah, for sure. We all have.
It's very easy to do.
RiSky going to pressure this base. I think he could have cancelled it if he'd right-clicked it, but obviously would have traded all of the lings for it and would rather keep them alive and have a little bit more map control. Fjant is going to scout through into the main. Isn't going to see anything like out of the ordinary, but what he's going to see, what he doesn't know is happening is Overlord speed. You need Overlord speed in this spot to start to get your Overlords patrolling and like keeping up, especially with as we get into like burrow roaches and that sort of thing. You need speed Overlords to keep up and like keep track of them all. So both players are going for that upgrade in this game. +2 is quite a lot quicker for RiSky.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's the advantage he had from having the +1 timing as well, right? So there's going to be quite a large window where he has the 2-1 sort of important upgrades in this Roach War, and he can push on it. I also will say, when you patrol the Overlords like that, and they've got speed, they're so hard to hit with the Biles.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yeah.
And like, he can just right-click his Overseer onto the roaches and like never really lose track of Fjant's army.
Yes.
It's really good as well. I mean, a lot of this matchup is about like division and that sort of thing, which is
we had three.
Yeah, Banes just ran through. Could have got much better hits, I think.
Yeah.
But 3 is nothing to shake here.
Oh, this is what you got it for, roach drops.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned it earlier,
you did,
You said roach drops were starting to be a thing. Roach drops and Bane drops are both a bit of a thing. I think we had another Bane run by.
We had something going on there, but no workers died.
So we should see some roach drops come through into the main. Yeah, Fjant already knows about it, so he's going to split off some of his units. Yeah, you can see he's like starting to set up his multiple control groups. So it's this like front army that's going to start to head across as he sets up his roaches in the main to defend the drops. Yeah. But obviously the roaches can like pick up and down this cliff and be quite annoying here for.
The Zerg player becomes the Terran player.
I think this Overlord is going to go down. It's really not good.
That's quite unfortunate. The second one, should be good.
Yeah, I mean, he did trade it for a queen, but like a full Overlord full of roaches is obviously pretty good.
Yeah, no, Fjant's
starting to take a bit of a supply lead. So he's had a decent like roach worker lead for a little while, and that's kind of percolated down into a bit of a roach lead overall. And a lot of Ravagers. He's starting to move across. Fjant needs to get in position and start to hold this push.
This map is quite difficult to attack into on these sort of spots because of how you go into a low ground into a high ground.
Yeah.
So
definitely
really
this 4-base setup is quite holdable. So Fjant does now have Burrow move, which RiSky is researching but doesn't yet have. Unfortunately, the upgrade is visible, so you can see on the roaches there's like the little spines.
This is still one of the upgrades that I'm worst at spotting, like in a real match. I just never.
But it is important. Obviously, RiSky now knows about it.
Yeah, and it's something I would expect RiSky to notice, definitely.
Yeah, so he should be kind of on top of that and preparing for that. Both players maxed. I mean, it's a tricky one. We haven't had like big losses either way, but it feels like RiSky's just gotten himself into a really nice spot in this game.
Even the bank is bigger for RiSky. Well, that's because he's actually up 8 workers, 7, 8 workers.
Yeah, exactly. Nice little miss micro from RiSky. This is him responding to these burrow roaches that snuck around. So some workers going down and he pulls them all away. And now Fjant obviously is.
Can you, if you burrow a roach and hold position it, does it block other burrows?
Yeah, I think it does.
I would legitimately do that here.
These are going to start to go down for Fjant. But he is pushing through the middle as well.
Yep.
This is a bad choke though, and RiSky, unfortunately for Fjant, was looking. Fjant will now realise that RiSky has the upgrade as well, so that kind of evens the playing field. But mostly it means that like both players can be equally annoying to each other. We do see Fjant start to even out that worker count, but RiSky's tech is much further along. So he has a hive pretty much done.
Oh, wow.
And the luck then pretty much done as well. So we're starting to get into that later game. But Fjant decides to pull the trigger here at the front.
I don't know if that was worth it. Yeah.
He had just too many units. Like there was even just these 3 Ravs. They're 3 supply each. That's 9 supply. Just chilling like on the wrong side. This is a big burrow move, and I'm not sure if these overseers catch sight of it. They're going to dive on that straight away.
They didn't, but now RiSky is able to walk up this ramp and start. Oh, I thought he was going to start chasing down the army, but instead he.
Yeah, I mean he can, because even with these big, with this much of your army split across, you know, you can pull the trigger and go straight for it.
He's got his own big burrow. Big burrow play.
Ground sharks. There's more roaches in all of the bases for Fjant, and this is where he starts to turn it on. But at the same time, you know, RiSky is going to do the same back to him, and that's really rough for Fjant. So a lot of work is dropping for RiSky right now, but there's already a few going down for Fjant at this base. And there's about to be in the natural as well, and in the main.
So for RiSky's got his main natural and third all like somewhat harassed, and now now it's the same for Fjant. There's roaches in every single mineral line in this game right now.
On both sides. It's crazy. But so far, RiSky doing a worse job at dealing with it, so more dying over here.
Oh,
this is what's so rough about this matchup, is like, RiSky seemed like he was in a really good spot, and now he deals with this slightly worse, and now he's down in workers after being up all game. But, you know, Hive is done, so he's going to start to get lurker upgrades out.
It's not the most dramatic difference, because despite him losing a bunch more, he was ahead in workers. So actually 15 is quite a lot.
Yeah. 36 total goes going down is very rough. So definitely not what RiSky would have wanted. And this is what I was saying. This is like how Fjant can leverage his big advantages.
Yes,
But now the game kind of normalizes and slows down as we start to get into lurkers. And annoyingly, this matchup for Fjant especially is going to be very tiring, because it's going to be lurker versus lurker.
Yes, you have to really pay attention.
It's going to be very positional.
However,
boring.
RiSky's out of position as everything walks into the third base.
Yeah, this could be bad. That base is definitely going to die as it just gets biled down. I mean, there's no lurkers here. They're now taking up like a lot of RiSky supply, so he needs to be really on top of them. I mean, this fight is away from the lurkers. They don't have range, but Fjant needs to be really careful not to run into all these lurkers here. Like, he can go to this line and then no further. Killing this base is really good, because obviously RiSky's going to park the lurkers here and then defend it really well. Fjant did a bit of a run by on this side, but actually there's more roaches here for RiSky, so he needs to run away. This is really tough. Oh, and picking up these lurkers in the middle that could be
that's huge.
The end of the game for RiSky. Honestly, his bank has just evaporated somehow, some way, and Fjant seems to have just managed to pull him apart, getting into a really good spot with the burrowed roaches. This could be bad, though. This is a lot of roaches on Fjant's side of the map.
He really needs a big win here. Taking this base would be a very nice way of doing that. And again, RiSky's 3-3 is on the way, so he's still got like that later game advantage.
For sure.
But he needs to be able to survive there. And like I say, taking out this base, he can't not take out the base. It's one hit.
Yeah, he's going to get it. Yeah, just needs to right click on the way out. Fjant, okay, most of these are changelings, amazingly, but still being really annoying with the burrowed roaches. Oh, but RiSky pushes through on the right hand side, picking up a lot of worker kills here. So 17 workers for Fjant go down. Now Fjant is back in the kind of worker deficit, eating a bad bile on the way out as well. I think RiSky may have just come back in this game. I mean, the bank is really big for Fjant. He needs to make a lot of workers behind
the fourth base, or the third at the south of thingy, there is having a lot. But yeah, lurkers in position now, able to defend that. RiSky actually managed to stabilizing this position. But yeah, like I say, his bank is gone. He is still struggling for money. He is not going to be able to max out. Fjant's actually sitting on quite a large mineral bank, but he needs more gas.
I guess he can't really make workers. I mean, well, he can put some here for sure. I think he's just really worried about the army count out of RiSky and really doesn't want to drone up and then die to like, a big A move from RiSky. So I think he needs to keep making army here. He doesn't have, well, he has a lurker den, but none of the lurker upgrades. Does he have a hive even? Okay, he has a hive done.
Yes.
So he can start to get into like hive tech, but he really can't afford to like waste money on upgrades right now. This is a rough fight. There's so many lurkers here. I mean, 4 doesn't seem a lot, but they absolutely melt roaches, and the AoE really is so scary.
And
this is good for Fjant, though. He needs to keep like trading them out while they're not in the ground.
Yes.
And that's his really big advantage in this game.
And RiSky does have the hive upgrades for the lurkers, so I believe he's definitely got talons. Yeah, he's got seismic talons as well. So yeah, he's other full power, full deal lurkers, and that does make a big full fat. And it does make a big difference. Like, the hive tech lurkers are much scarier than layer tech lurkers.
Yeah, but you see that because Fjant isn't making any lurkers of his own. He knows it's not worth making them until that upgrade is done. He has made a few hydras, but he isn't actually morphing any of them into lurkers. This one is an amazing game. It's so
this is
close.
An incredible game.
I'm on the edge of my seat here watching this. It's absolutely amazing that
you're such a ZVZ nerd.
RiSky might have done it. He's just got the tech advantage, and lurkers are so scary. He's starting to sort of triangulate and zone in from 2 sides. Yeah. And I really worry for Fjant here.
Here we go. Walk the lurkers up, get them all burrowed. They're in range of that ramp, in range of the hatchery. This is a really difficult position to defend. 8 more drones go down.
It's a great fight for RiSky.
And on the left, he's pushing in as well now.
Yeah, I mean, Fjant is actually winning, losing on both sides. Losing this base is really bad, and he can't push down that ramp to defend it. He is going to try and take the fight where he has like more units. He pulled everything this side to try and this fight. But in the meantime, RiSky's just on top of his natural. He's going to get his rogue run killed and all of that sort of thing. This is not enough units to deal with the army from RiSky. So
and there we go. GG.
after all of that, getting set up into that game.
Wow.
For a 15-minute ZVZ.
And there's Risky, like, goddamn, my console is bad, you know. But he's able to win with it, and that's the important thing. Hopefully we can get that issue sorted. But yeah, he played fantastically, and what an absolute corking game number 1. So we are looking at the thing here, and again, this game had a lot of back and forth with it. This was when already, again, Fjant was able to kill multiple bases and then take good fights in the middle, but RiSky had enough of a bank there to like absorb that and was able to then play on from there and then eventually squeeze it back around, do a lot of harassment onto Fjant's side, and now, yeah, like I say, once you start sieging up the lurkers in the base, then you get really strong positions. And yeah, and we was able to see just how that thing was. We are going to go back into, just checking.
Yeah, Game 2 on Lost Fantasy. We're just getting the next one set up. And hopefully without that annoying graphics bug that RiSky was having. So
Lost Fantasy is a really interesting map that doesn't get played very often. If you have it on ladder, you're braver than I am. It's a 3-player map. So there are 3 possible spawn locations. Obviously, you know the position you spawn in. But you have to search for your opponent in one of the other 2 possible locations. These kind of maps used to be way more common, either 4-player, 3 or 4-player maps.
Yeah.
But the community over time and the professional scene sort of really like did away with these. So it's very rare to have one in the map pool right now, and most players veto it. Most players are not interested in it. It technically does change a few little things because some positions are closer by air than they are by ground if you're in certain positions. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens and see if the players have anything. Planned for this, because I believe this was RiSky's pick. So we're having a look at that.
RiSky says unlucky. I thought he was talking about the console bug. I realise now he's talking about the spawn. The map, this map we've talked about a little bit on stream, is bugged. So if you, I mean, we can kind of see the income. It's going to be pretty even, so long as both players keep doing the same build. These bases are actually fine. These 2 bases aren't. This base is slightly further away, so this base will mine slightly worse, and it works out about like 1 worker worse.
Oh, really?
So like from the start of the game, when you have 12 workers, you actually have 11 workers if you spawn here compared to the other 2 spawns. So he's saying unlucky. This is the good spawn. This is a fine spawn as well.
And do you know what I love about this is both players are sending that overlord to the top to like see if that's where their opponents spawn.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Like we kind of got a bit of chat meta going on.
Yeah, exactly.
Fjant says bad spawn for him.
Yes.
Which isn't true.
But he thinks that that's true.
But I think RiSky saw bad spawn for him, and he thought it's not a bad spawn for him, so it must be a bad spawn for you. So they're both
that's a next level meta of how.
Yeah, and I don't think it will matter too much. We have both players going for pretty standard openings. I think it was slightly later gas for RiSky. Well, I think he took it later and then put more in.
Yeah,
because Fjant is rallying in still.
Yeah.
I sound insane because he has less gas, but I'm pretty sure.
That's how it works. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. Yeah,
but yeah, you're right. Both players are going to send it.
What I would love here is
if he sees this
he sees that and
he thinks it's this base.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, I mean, and this is what we had when we had like unknown spawn maps. Is people would like. You could easily misconstrue like what you saw, especially if like it was not a non-Zerg, like a race that would work a scout, and then the worker would leave and it would like head towards your base, and you were like, oh, he's scouting now, so he must have spawned here.
Yeah.
When actually he sent the scout at the start of the game, and it came here, didn't see anything, and left and came to scout your base.
Yeah.
So like it's hard to explain, but you can kind of
and that's why it was done away with.
Yeah, I think there's so much that it kind of affects and does away with. We saw Nico versus Fjant play on this map.
There's also
in the middle.
There's also a few situations, and I say this as a Protoss player, where it would be ZVP and the Zerg with 12 pool, get lucky, just guess why, and the game is instantly over.
Yeah,
if you don't
because they have shorter rush distances because you're not meant to be able to rush, but obviously you can. I mean, there's a funny thing from Brood War where they still do have unknown map spawns.
Really? Yeah.
A pro player cannon rushed the wrong base.
Oh.
So he like built up everything like behind the wrong mineral line. The base just wasn't there.
When I was one time, I think I was like Diamond before I was Masters. I committed on Frost or one of the 4-player maps to proxy 2-gating in base without seeing anything. So I did it wrong a bunch of times. It took me like 4 or 5 attempts before I got it right, which is statistically unfortunate. And then I got it right. I killed the guy, and he called me a map hacker. Fairly so, because
it's only statistically unfortunate if there are no confounding variables, and the common variable was you. Were the one operating in all of the games, so that's your fault.
Very true. Very true.
We've got a lot of links moving around, and RiSky's gas was slightly faster as he did like pull workers into it instead of rally in. So his speed is done, and he's going to catch a queen off creep. This is a really bad start for Fjant. He does have speed of his own, but obviously his units are kind of out of position. Actually, this is quite all in for RiSky. He's going to keep making a lot of units here.
Yeah, I was going to say, and quite a big defense as well from Fjant. So he seems to be reading the situation as quite serious. Like I say, 4 banelings at home. That does stop the queen from getting down the ramp. However, now there's a big link fight at the third. The banelings are running in. And Fjant, actually, dealing with it quite well.
I think he's done really well there. He is carrying on to make a lot of lings. This is bad. He needs to keep an eye on these banelings and out micro as best he can.
Yeah, a 2 for 3 trade would be big here.
It's not a good trade at all. Ooh, very close to being an even worse trade. This.
It was.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, Fjant started off with a bit of a worker advantage in this one, but it's very quickly kind of evened out just because RiSky's been mixing in so much. This is bad as well.
No, you can't jump on banelings that you didn't see start morphing. You never know how long it's been there for.
And this is the start of the end for Fjant, I fear. RiSky's just getting slightly better trades the whole time. I mean, the supplies look really close, but we are going to see some workers start to go down for Fjant, and he was already at a tiny disadvantage on the worker count. I think these lings are going to get cleaned up as the reinforcements come through, but RiSky is making more behind this, and more importantly, Roach behind this.
Yes.
And this could play into like a really normal Roach game, or it could be like a Roach ling like all in from this point. I think RiSky's quite comfortable now with that start. We can check the worker loss.
Yeah.
See it's nearly twice as bad for Fjant, probably. Not good at all.
Yeah.
And just a few like silly little mistakes, and he won't be happy with that at all. But just things like you said, diving on those banelings and surrounding them.
It's always such a risk.
If you didn't see them start, you have no idea how long they have left. And in that case, they had literally no time.
However, it might get RiSky so quick.
He's already got the overlord position.
He
kind of see up the ramp and knows. He knows like what the plan is here anyway. But this funny little dance, just back and forth, trying to pop these banes.
The manual detonation there could have been pretty decent. In fact, I think RiSky's earlier was a manual detonation. Because it didn't quite splash on everything, but
so he's going to start sending roaches across, and Fjant does have 13 of his own coming through. I mean, this could be quite bad for RiSky as he's starting to drone out.
A lair as well, a lot of resources not into attacking units here.
Yeah. So the supply is actually starting to fade.
16 worker supply difference.
Yeah, but the army is therefore.
And therefore the army is crazy. And these are not like super long distance maps.
Yeah, and with speed zones through the middle as well. Your army is sped up the whole way across the map. Oh, that could have been big banelings once again for Fjant this time. This is a rough one. This is really tricky. There's a lot of banelings here for Fjant that he can't really use, and RiSky's just going to run by with the workers instead. The lings instead, I mean.
Maybe. He's thinking about it, trying to posture up. He has good vision over the, outside the walls of his natural. So
I think someone just emptied, like, an entire can of Lynx deodorant in here. It smells so strong.
What are they trying to tell us,
Yeah.
We went to play football earlier.
Epic Land gamer stink. What can you do? These players are just so good. Like, so many of these times, like, anyone even slightly worse would have eaten, like, a million banelings, and it's actually amazing to see, like, how much multitasking and attention these players can play at all kinds.
That's something that I really like about that. It's a surprising linear scale of skill of, like, how good players get for, and it's not just, like, because their opponents eat the banelings. It's because they keep making opportunities for their opponents to eat the banelings.
Yeah, and so much of the time it's like, you ate that baneling because I was also being annoying.
Exactly.
You. Yeah.
And
times like this, RiSky's poking at the front with the lings, and he's saying, this is where you need to worry about. I'm coming back for this. While he's morphing Banes at the top side.
And let's see what's Fjant's reaction is like for this. He's a very fast player, and he does see it in time. Lovely.
I mean, 4 for 2 Banes is really good.
Yeah,
even slightly annoying because you have to put them back in the gas as well. So RiSky's lair is done, so he's going to come through with the Overseer Scout. Fjant's literally just finished up, so he'll start at roach speed pretty quick. In fact, he's not going to. But this may even be a bit of a tell as to what he's planning to do. I think this base is going to die.
Oh, no.
This is Muta again. So we saw earlier it was Carapace into Muta and I think he's going to do that again. This is really bad, just getting this base sniped. And you can often like hold creep and queen energy and think like, I'm going to have to transfuse that, so I'll keep it a little bit healthier. RiSky going for a big run by that Fjant is not really ready for at all. He's going across with all of the roaches. I fear he's just too all in to go for the muta that he had planned. So he's attacking before his roach speed, like he doesn't have roach speed, attacking with hatch tech roaches. This is not the fight. This is a big
huge concave, but
RiSky, but he's just so far ahead.
Yeah, and that's going to be GG 2-0 going for RiSky in this series. I'm not going to lie, I thought this might be close, but I did not think it'd be 2-0, and in such a convincing fashion from RiSky here. Like I say, with the exceptional Ling Bane control at the time. I think here, this is a manual... Yeah, that was a manual Baneling detonation, right? So, and again, just knowing when to pull the trigger and knowing that you need to do that, incredible in-the-moment decision-making. I really love to see stuff like that. And again, just like, yeah, RiSky taking these advantages. And even just getting this hatch low, even though he wasn't able to commit to it here, that later played a part. And he was later able to like pull it in and make sure that that died, which forces Fjant's hand to all in. So yeah, like I say, I mean, I know RiSky's like got a very strong ZVZ, but we at EPIC haven't had the honor, I suppose, of seeing it so well here. I mean, obviously Figaro is an exceptional Zerg as well.
Obviously is.
But they're
really
very good friends, and they kind of know how each other. But I think there's more mind games there. Yeah. Where this feels like RiSky's going like, yeah, this is how I would deal with the Zerg on the ladder. I would do this, and I would control it well, and I'll just do it. And again, Fjant is also a very good and very fast player. So
yeah, for sure. It's really interesting seeing things like that where you have the hatch that's like on low health from the early game, and people, you know, really good players that like build that into their game plan.
Yes.
And we'll come back around to it. It's like that's just little things like that that can give you slight edges as you climb up the ladder, and also like within every game that you're like setting up little opportunities like you're talking about, and then capitalizing on them later. It's just really pretty strong and really well played.
As a complete side note, I remember there was a Reddit post once that talked about the quickest time it could take to get a hatchery from 1 HP back to full, assuming you didn't have a queen when it was on 1 HP.
Right.
So you have to build a queen, wait for the energy, and then transfuse, and then it told you the time of that. Useless information, but I love it.
It's very long, by the way.
It is like very, yes.
Buildings regenerate really slowly.
That was it, because what they were complaining about was the tearing it to repair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was like the basis of it. Like, Protoss shields come back in X amount of time. Zerg has to heal like over a ridiculously long amount of time.
Yeah. And like the passive regen is so slow.
It is. It really
is. Really rough.
And so, spawning in the top right, spawning once again for Team Starcraft Improve, it is RiSky.
And in the bottom left of Tokamak, that was game 2 in fact, I just realized.
Right? Oh yeah, that was game 2, yeah, it's 2-0.
On match point, needs to win this to stay in the tournament. Playing in the yellow for Team Rotti is Fjant. That's rough. You know,
it is. You think you made it this far, and then you lose to Geralt? No, obviously nothing to be ashamed of. Losing to RiSky would also be nothing to be ashamed of, but it's like so hard. Like after dominating as much as he has done this whole tournament.
I do feel bad. I do feel bad. And it's like RiSky saying like, nah, this is my tournament.
Yeah.
Like, nah,
the home ground advantage.
This is EPIC. I win at EPIC. And like, you know, RiSky hasn't beaten Gerald so far.
Yes.
But if he's playing really well and beats Fjant, you know, that's how the tournament works, you know?
Yeah, that's it.
I think Fjant will be disappointed not to have made it to a finals. I think he really is good enough.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's about the environment, it's about the day, it's about, you know, so many different things that, like, RiSky's been through a million times, and he just comes to LAN and plays well, switches it on.
Yeah.
And, you know, it would be a shame for Fjant to lose here, but if it's going to be, then it's going to be.
Well, it's time for him to pull something out of his hat, you know. It's time to get in there and, you know, like, I'm sure he's faced RiSky before on the ladder. Like, he knows enough about him. And now he's getting the first-hand experience. And, you know, sometimes you've got to, like, lock in and play better. And, again, yeah, it'd be really interesting to see kind of, like, I look forward to respectfully speaking to Fjant after this, you know, give him some time, you know, and sort of see what he thinks, see what his opinions on RiSky are sort of after this.
Yeah, I think all of these players, honestly, will just tell you the same thing, which is like, I can beat him, I know I can, I should have won that, I should have done this better, and it's like, all these little things that are so hard to execute on, even at like the very highest level. Players, like, even when you know what you should do, it's so hard to actually ever put it into practice and actually do it.
That is the thing. The vast chasm between knowing what to do and being able to do it well is a big challenge in and of itself. Here we have 3 versus 2 now. It's going to shift these lings off.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty normal just to like leave your lings nibbling, forces some more lings out of your opponent, and then you can make yours slightly later. So Fjant grabs a little early worker lead.
Yeah,
he's going to make quite a few more lings, 8 more coming through.
Okay, yeah, it's quite a few. Do you think he pulls the trigger with this Bane Nest and tries for something? I don't think so.
I don't know. He's droning again.
Okay, yeah.
I think he lost an Overlord at the front, but I don't think the lings were in response to that, but I could be wrong. He's going for quite a fast Evo.
Do you know what? Does Fjant have like a ridiculous repeat rate on his keyboard? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean he does, but
do you think?
I don't think he makes mistakes like.
Okay, that's true actually, because
like
that would be a common issue.
Yeah,
otherwise.
yeah,
Fair.
RiSky dodging around to try and get like maybe onto this Baneling, but definitely wants to go into the main and have a little scat around.
Yeah.
Fast lair out of RiSky. I can see this being mutas. There's no Roach Warren out yet.
That true. There is no Roach Warren out yet. I think it'll be. He could still start Roach Warren and then get speed as soon as the lair is done, but yeah, no double Evo. Oh, maybe that was meant to be a block, and he didn't quite get it.
Did he see this cancel, I guess is the question? Didn't see
No, he didn't. Okay, nice.
He could maybe think this is a Roach Warren. And it might have been like a kind of a bait to see if he thought that was a Roach Warren. A lot of lings and a few more Banes coming out from RiSky as well. I think he must go aggressive at that point.
Yeah, I was about to say,
he's
you don't
morphing
make
them
like
backwards
20
defensive, but interesting.
Oh, wow. Yeah, Fjant making some aggressive Banelings there. Obviously not aware of the situation.
Yeah.
RiSky sees it and respects it. He's like, hang on, no, I don't know. I don't know how long they've been morphing.
We're not falling for that one again. So Fjant actually getting a spine behind this, kind of caught off guard by this big Linkswell. Just needs to buy a little bit of time. More Banes of his own.
He has a lot of Banes there. Yeah, it's going to be 6 or 7 Banes.
I think more than that. 7. Plus this one is 8.
Okay.
A little bit of a mistake on.
Oh,
Sorry,
wow.
He does even cancel.
Yeah.
Well
confident. I like it.
It's going to be the mutas behind.
Yeah, you called it. Yeah, no, excellent read.
It's where the Fjant got that read, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and I think that's
faking this Evo chamber to look like a Roach Warren.
And then to build a real Roach Warren.
Well, yeah, now when he rescouts, he goes, oh, he does have a Roach Warren.
Yeah, true.
That's bad.
Oh,
really bad.
2 free Banelings
by
for 2
RiSky.
lanes,
Fjant going to kind of shark around, see what he can get done.
I think seeing
if he scouts up here and sees this wriggling, it's actually +1 melee.
Yes,
which is definitely mutas at that point. But, you know, lots of little things that RiSky's doing to try and, like, scam the mutas through. I personally happen to know that Fjant hates playing against mutas.
Oh, I love that. I love when, like, those sort of more personal details come in. Like, playing a star that you know your opponent don't like. It feels a little dirty, but, like, you know, love is war, baby. You know, you got to go for it.
Really tricky for Fjant here in this game. Oh, bad Banelings again. He's just not microing as well as I know he can, and he knows he should, you know?
Yeah.
Like losing all these little Banelings like this is just not what you should be doing. This is going to be a cancel as well.
Oh, he hesitated on it. But yeah, no, still gets a cancel.
It's really nice from RiSky so far. And RiSky now,
trading out the links.
Saving up the gas, and then straight into 8-9 meters.
Has +1 melee finished?
No, still there.
Okay, yeah, that's it.
But +1 range is done for Fjant, but he doesn't know about the meters at all.
Yeah.
He can maybe, like, sense he hasn't seen any roaches yet, but he's not, like, prepared for them at all. There's no spores coming through, no more queens coming through. So I think Fjant is going to have to scramble to hold these mutas here, to be honest. Oh, he knows now. I think he saw somewhere.
He must have seen something, because so many popping out.
Yeah,
or he's just panicked and be like, hang on a minute, something is... There's no roaches. You have clearly built more lings than last time.
Yeah. The spores are going to be just about in time. We're going to lose a few workers here. Like, actually, the spores are not in time.
Oh!
That's bad. That's rough. So we need to pull all of our queens here to try and hold this, and we need to send the roaches across the map, like, straight away.
Yeah.
Try and get some value out of those. This is really bad for Fjant, and it might actually be over already. I wouldn't expect him to leave really soon. I expect him to stay in and try and stabilize, and I think he can, especially with these roaches across the map. But these are now +1 lings, so +1 did just finish.
And he needs to get the surround on all the roaches. Yeah, not let them get into a wall. But exactly, he's not in a rush to fight, so he can just run back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, and with the mutas coming home to clear this up as well, he's in a really good spot, RiSky. He's going to lose a few workers of his own. That's really nice for Fjant. And like trading these out, these are pretty useless. I mean, well, they are useless, but now there's a load of +1 links coming across the map, so he needs to make some more that are back home to try and defend. This is a really bad spot for Fjant.
Yeah, the Roaches now going into the main. They're threatening to try and, I don't know, could they snipe the Spire even? Oh!
Definitely can snipe the Spire. I hope that was on our end. Good Baneling connection from Fjant. That was really nice to keep that alive. He's mostly just going for workers kills, and he is getting quite a few through.
Oh, a few of the Mutas aren't actually doing anything here, so need to get them focused.
I mean, 20 worker kills is good, and he the most important thing here is that he bought himself a lot of time.
Yes.
Annoyingly, not enough time, because his Tunneling Claws and his +2 is about to finish. So he's about to have Burrow move Roaches.
But
keeping them alive would be really nice, but I guess his Burrow isn't done, so what can he do? But behind this, got a lot of Hydras out, and it's starting to stabilize, like with the Spore positioning and that sort of thing. I think he'll probably go for like a Roach Hydra push once his upgrades are done. This has a lot of Mutas though.
Yeah, we are in that position of where RiSky is just going to non-stop build Mutas, right?
Yeah. I mean, he needs to now build workers to build back up.
Oh yeah. Sorry,
But no, you're right. The Muta count is really strong. He's actually going to go for Banelings, because if your opponent only has Hydras, Banelings and Hydras are really good. So then it comes down to a lot of micro, and what we see here to kind of help that is the Infestation Pit.
Yes.
And this is
for Infestors, right?
Infestors, so you can fungal the Banes and then split. It becomes a bit of a micro battle, but I do think Fjant has stabilized. RiSky just got a bit greedy with the Mutas, keeping them across the map, and it took a little bit too much damage at home. This is a really nice move. So here he kills this base on the south side, but more importantly, baited the Hydras to move south, and then flew back in for a couple more worker kills. This is a tricky spot, a really tricky spot. Fjant doing a good job now with these Burrow Roaches. There's so many links here, and he doesn't really want to like commit to a lot of Roaches that are just going to get cleaned up. So quite tricky to play for Fjant.
Again, Spore's going down just for detection, right?
These are for detection of the Roaches. Really nice again to sneak these out and get some more damage in, while he plays really nice and defensively at home.
Yeah, the Overseer comes along is going to help the Lings clear that up now, so that can stop being on. Oh yeah, but you can't surround them because they can just keep moving. Yeah, that's funny.
Well, yeah, they're under the ground. It's going to get sniped through on this Evo chamber. That's fine. We don't really need it. Like, we have +2 and we're not going for Hive. Oh, we are going for Hive, technically, actually. And Lurkers. But we mostly now want to think about, like, Carapace upgrades against these Mutas. Losing the Roach one will be bad, so you're seeing he's transfusing that, but it's only 150 minerals, so he'll make a new one. Killed his own Baneling nest at the front there, so that he can move the Hydras in and out a little more easily. So now is a tricky spot. It's where we sit back and we turtle, and we're going to chill on 3 base. And there are a few people that do this on ladder. Yeah. People hate playing against them.
So it's going to be, fungal, lurker, kind of like, you can't attack me kind of situation.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you're going to run Ling Bane into a million lurkers.
Yeah, exactly.
And like fungal, so they're even slowed.
Oh, a lot of Bane coming in there, trying to make connection with the Hydras. And every Hydra is quite important here.
It's a good hit on those Hydras. I feel like there's not enough anti-air here now, but maybe probably with Infestors there is.
Yeah.
Like Fungal and Microbial Shroud is actually quite strong here.
Yeah, I would say Microbial Shroud must be incredible in this matchup because again of how the glaives bounce.
It's not, but this is better.
Viper.
Yeah. So with the Parabomb and the Fungal, you can wipe out a big lot of Mutas very, very efficiently. But what we are seeing is that the working count is pretty even, but RiSky actually has places to put them. So he has a 4th base. And he's doing a really good job of denying Fjant from ever getting his own. And Fjant is just bunkering down. Looks more like a Terran than a Zerg. Even like they start to make walls like this, it all gets very cringe. This is late game ZVZ that we nearly never get to see at LAN, but this is what it is. And I think I hate it. It's so horrible to play.
Just borrow? You can just borrow a Ling on every base as well, right? And just
you just end up being really annoying to each other. It's basically how the game plays out.
This is like the social media of ZVZ, is it?
Like it's genuinely horrible. I get so tilted just like watching games like this, because as the Muta player you have so much map control and you're in such like a good economic position, but you can't do anything. Like you can't ever bust them. And the other player is just like turtling up, sitting back, and it's kind of like we were talking about with Geralt, where like he can force it into the late game.
The
Zerg now, like the Turtle Zerg is now forcing you into the late game, and it's like, nah, we're going to slow down. I'm going to play how I want to play. You're going to make your own lurkers. You're going to make your own.
I was about to say, do you need lurkers and your own Vipers for this, right?
Yeah, and what's scary is you can quite easily like burn yourself out by trying to kill a player that's playing so defensively like this. Like you can really, like this is bad, right? Like he's about to eat a big Parabombs, needs to get some good splits, and even then, you know, this Mutaflock is getting really beat up. Not bad splits at all, so only a few meters going down there. But, you know, it scared them away.
Yes.
And it did let Fjant put this base up on the other side. It's going to be Ultras. This is the other option.
I
don't love it. I don't think it's good.
Is Ultras good versus this many lurkers?
This is the problem. Is the lurkers just stack up, and you end up like having to push through. Like, imagine pushing through this choke, and there's like six lurkers here. Like, they just shred anything armored. So, Ultras is an option, but it's tricky.
Wait, can you blinding cloud the lurkers and then run in?
You can.
Okay, yeah.
But they can also unburrow and run away and burrow again because they have burrow speed upgrade. So that's yeah. This matchup does end up being Viper, Lurker, Hydra. That's like what it has to be.
We're a long way from the honest roach wars that I'm used to here.
Yeah, exactly. Needs to be careful with these Vipers. Please don't lose that.
Oh.
But you know, it's kind of bait. Like it's like, oh, come hit my hit my Viper. But like as soon as you parabomb, all of the muters, if you right click on a Viper, will stack up and like drag into each other. That's exactly what Fjant wants. So RiSky does have some Vipers of his own, and I think like you're saying, it's for blinding cloud. So his big plan is to like roll through with a load of Banes, a load of Ultras, and he is maxed. So you know, he is a really
but we have a Nidus coming up. Some counterplay coming through here.
Yeah. So there'll be lurkers.
RiSky is already moving everything up into that direction, and he's gonna get it in time.
I said to you earlier that I was feeling like a little bit more hopeful and like a little bit more energetic because we were getting towards the end.
Yeah.
And now we're going to be playing. Like this game is probably not close to finishing for a little while. Yeah, the fact that Fjant got this base up.
I was going to say, this is like when you let a mech player take a fourth.
That's what I was about to say. It's exactly like mech, and it's like you think you've got the mech player in a good spot. They're on 3 base, and you're like, cool, this is going well, and then they just like sneak a fourth out, and you're like, okay, and now we're playing for a little while longer. A lot of this is going to come down to the micro. Parabomb and the Vipers doesn't matter too much. Mostly you want to abduct. And with the abducts, Fjant's in a really good spot because RiSky doesn't have a huge amount that shoots up. Like he has the muters, but if the muters come in, they'll get parabombed. It's mostly abduct, and what you end up is like both players abducting each other, so they end up like just the Vipers just switch spots. It's
that's funny. Yeah, I've seen that.
Fjant does need to be really careful here because this is a lot of Ultras, but mostly he's trying to bait him into this
huge sort of thing. Does he have the upgrades for it? No, he has Talons. Yeah, so he's getting Talons now.
Yeah.
That's RiSky, sorry. Okay, they were on hold
goes
position.
For the fight, but look at them. The Lurkers just absolutely shred. I mean, even the Hydras aren't so bad.
Yeah, they were on hold fire, I think, until they got deep in.
Yeah. Another Nidus coming through, and this is also really scary. Like I think Fjant is playing this really well. It's really scary, like a really smart way to play it. It only takes one Nidus to get up, and like you don't get any notification of them now, and now the Lurkers are burrowed. You know. Yeah. Like at the top of this ramp or something as well is all really scary. And just so difficult, so annoying to deal with. I mean, like even more.
Oh wow.
Like okay, now what is RiSky gonna do? I mean, he can pull the muters back here. But they were across the map. So now the Hydras are out.
Frustration. Yeah,
now this base is going to go down. I mean, I want Fjant to win this so bad just so that we don't have a 3-0. But at the same time, like, this is kind of grim to watch. Right? It's kind of disgusting play. And, like, this is not ZVZ I enjoy. So, Hydra stem coming through. RiSky deciding to go for it. God. I think this is the end. Honestly, I think Fjant's about to win this one. Because RiSky's pulled everything in. Now there's a million lurkers here. Yeah, he's about to go into the main. It's over.
Oh my god. What an end to the game. That was an experience. As someone who kind of,
going to be so happy with that one. This is so triggering. Look at this. It's like, okay, I've killed his Spore. I've killed his Queen. Now, he's going Hydras. Okay, that's fine. I'll go Bane speed. Okay, I lost a few workers. This slows you down.
Yeah.
And now I'm forced to like send the muters back home.
Wow.
Okay, but it's all right. I'll kill his Voltron. I guess he's still on Hydra attack. I guess it's fine. Oh, he's got lurkers. Okay, I guess I'll go Ultra to try and bust him. You just can't. You just can't. And this is all it takes is one Nidus goes up.
Yeah.
A million lurkers pop out. Like this is how Terrans feel when they get their
absolutely.
Look, you go behind the mineral lines. You're making melee units, and they're already so weak from when RiSky tried to attack a couple times. So like they're gonna pass straight through the minerals, get one shot. But now look, there's no ultras left here. So it's just like his unupgraded Hydras against Fjant's upgraded Hydras. the next step is he unburrows all those lurkers, runs into the main, holds the top of the ramp, kills all of the tech. There's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do. And it's so triggering. It's
let me tell you, as somebody who eyes gloss over a little bit when a ZVZ comes on in a major tournament, and I kind of pay attention to it. Man, this was an experience watching that. That is,
you really don't see it often, but when you see it, it's like a thing to behold. It's like I don't think there's anything quite like it. I really don't think there's. It nearly never happens. And like every time it does, it's like I hate watching it because it's honestly just like an efficiency fest and a grind. And like RiSky tapped out of that one. If he didn't, we'd be going for like another 20.
Yeah. There was a lot of game left.
Vipers abducting Vipers, and it ends up with like big Evo chamber walls and like loads of Hydras. And it's like playing it makes my blood boil, and watching it makes my heart sing.
That is, well, thankfully we got out of that one the short way, which was, it was a changeling in the back of the base. And actually, I think RiSky did see it because he started 2 overseers right near there. So maybe he thought it was like a burrowed roach, survived and got out there. And yeah, RiSky started 2 overseers there, but obviously could not get the army back in time.
I think, well, the overseers, they seem going, oh, that's a Nidus full of lurkers. So he's like, I need detection.
Yeah, maybe,
And he's like, oh, there's a spore, but that's going to die. But then, you know, he pulls the mutas back, but they were across the map.
Yes.
And this is also like a really smart play from Fjant because he saw the mutas in his main. They sniped his infestation pit. And then he goes, okay, well, I can,
this is the time
then the lurkers are safe. So I make the lurkers across the map. I make the, I get the Hydra's back in the Nidus, and then put them in your base as well. So now it's like the 2 units I have counter the 2 units you have. You can't do anything about it. It's checkmate. I mean, that's a good way to win a game.
That's a good story. You know, Fjant's going to be telling people about that one.
To me, that might be game of the tournament. That's hilarious.
That was
that's
really
funny.
Yes.
I don't know. Like,
I love how you're like, I hate this style.
I do. I despise
but you're like, damn it, I gotta respect the technical skill involved.
It takes so much skill, and you see it because you see RiSky doesn't want to play like Viper, Lurker, Hydra, because he could have. Like he teched into Ultras, he teched into like Bane Speed. He could have been like, okay, I guess we're playing this. He could have teched into it and played it, but didn't want, for every reason, didn't want to, didn't feel comfortable doing it, doesn't like it, and you know. What can I say? What can I say? Spawning in the top right, still on match point to get into the grand finals of EPIC45 with Intel to play against Gerald for Team Starcraft Improve. It is RiSky.
And his opponent showing signs of life after getting knocked down into the lower bracket and nearly getting 3-0'd by RiSky. It is the Swedish player coming here to try and win this tournament. It is Fjant. I do love it.
Banger, bro. What a banger.
That was a great one. Yeah, in fact, actually,
this
has actually been one of the better ZVZs I've ever seen.
Like, this is the thing. We often have ZVZ, and especially like ZVZ finals or like late runs in the ZVZ. And it's like, I don't love it. I don't love it. Like, a bunch of Ling Bane running back and forth, and then Roaches running back and forth. It's like, sweet. But all of these games can go to this like stalemate.
Yes.
Lurker, dug in. Lurker, Spore, Hydra, Viper, dug in. Like,
trench warfare.
Like we're both just camping, and it's just like Zerg's deciding like, actually, I'm gonna play Terran this game.
It's
like, no,
well,
Terran,
if the Terrans can do it, so can I.
And they can, and it's like, the reason it works against Zerg is the same reason it works in ZVZ. Like it works in TVZ for the same reason it works in ZVZ. It's because Zerg doesn't have good tools to deal
break
with
it.
There's a really funny story from a few LANs ago where Destiny, the streamer, was playing StarCraft on stream, which he doesn't often do. On NA, and the TSI boys all were trying to snipe him, just continuously trying to snipe him, and they got him.
Dave got him, and
they said, if you I think it was every 10 minutes you can keep him in the game, you get 50 quid. They played an hour-long game. It was an hour long. They just sucked his time up. Just like playing this like turtle style. Now, the reason I'm saying this is the streamer at this point isn't like, he's good and he's played a lot in the past, but isn't super comfortable and like familiar with the style. And the only thing that beats it is that comp.
The
only thing, it always devolves into Hydra, Lurker, Viper. Like that's all you can make. Those are the only units that work. But the streamer is trying everything.
Like, he makes Brood Lords.
And then they just get abducted and die to spores, and it's like,
it's so,
you know, my unit, my capital ship just died to static defense. That's crazy.
He
tries making ultras, and they just get shredded by lurkers. He tries making I think Swarm Host at one point. And, like, nothing
was
worked.
so good.
And it's like you just get dragged down into the mud. And you're like, now we just have to play.
Yeah, that happened at a LAN. Was it?
Yeah,
yeah. That's it. Yeah, Dave. It was Dave, I think.
It's a good LAN story.
Oh, so good.
So RiSky going pretty aggro in this game, like he did last. I want to see Fjant's micro on top form.
Yes. Come on, Fjant.
No wasting banelings to like a single ling. No eating bane hits from the other player. I mean, his queens are a little bit out of position, so he's got to move his.
Yeah, that's right. There's a baneling bodyguard for that queen, and then ain't no one going near that. You know?
So RiSky, dancing around, playing pretty safe, taking the fights he can take, like that, little moves like that. So I think he probably comes off, pretty well so far in the game.
Yeah, it's fine, yeah.
But, it's all about the little edges, the little micro battle. He's going to instead run around. But I think Fjant knows about this. So, there is a Bane here.
Oh, it's so smart.
Queen in the
Baneling bodyguard. Get down, Mr. President. Oh, no. He did it wrong.
It's because he's looking over here and microing over here. Both players, playing as much multitask as they can. That's why this is the best game in the world. But it does mean that Fjant scouted out the roaches. And I think, if I'm not wrong, RiSky skipped a Banus and went straight for roaches. So this is like a roach ling attack. And most of the idea here is just to force out a response from the opponent and then drone behind. And this is really common, and it's a really good idea. Is like in ZVZ often it's about posturing, and you go, oh, I'm being really aggro, and I force you to respond. And then you go, oh, I made loads of units, so now I'm being really aggro, and then you have to respond to me. But what we see, all of that said and done, is that RiSky comes out with a really nice worker lead, and Fjant may be feeling a little bit foolish. He's down 10 workers because of RiSky making just a few roaches. He has his own safety roaches that he doesn't really need. So
it's so funny because it's like what you said about the dug-in trench warfare and Zerg's being able to do it as well because Zerg is bad at dealing with that style. It's the same thing here. The same tricks that work against Zerg work in ZVZ because it's posturing to make your opponent, Zerg opponent, build units.
Yeah, like the Zerg never wants to spend money on units when they could spend it on drones.
Yes,
so you can pretend that you're doing something and force them not to make drones. And that's exactly right.
Yeah,
they do obviously equalize pretty quickly. And once you've made your safety units like Fjant has, you don't have to make any more. So he's in a good spot now to freely drone. RiSky weirdly going 2 spines, one here.
Oh wow, yeah.
So he also similarly is being forced to respond. He saw something and thought, oh, Fjant's coming across. I need these spines. Obviously cancels them in good time. So well played from him to not overcommit to the defense. But again, this is both players cycling each other out, forcing a response out of each other. It's good to see. RiSky going straight for the spine.
Oh, he's like, I'll do it again.
Well, it worked so well last game. Not really, but he's in a good spot here, though. His +1 is always so fast, and I like this build a lot. It's just to get your +1, it just percolates down to +2. Big Bane's coming in from Fjant.
Oh,
really nice
9.
Hits. Yeah, really good hit.
That evens the work count out.
Yeah. Really well played.
But the psychological kind of effect there, the players don't know each other's work accounts, so psychologically that feels good for Fjant, right?
Yeah, I mean he does get the scout up onto this top base and sees a lot of the roaches here. Probably also clicked one and saw that +1 was done. It's +2 is now on the way. But it's a Spire here for RiSky.
Is this really just where you make 7-8 muters and?
So in this case, it's a little bit weird, right? Because he's not really committed to the Spire. Last game we saw he only had lings, and that should have given away the muters much earlier.
Yeah.
Because you're like, hang on, I know you're mining gas, so where is
where's it going?
In this game, he is spending gas, so he's got +2 on the way. He's got roach speed on the way. So it's not like he isn't.
This isn't
spending his gas in this game. So it's not that you want as many muters as you can get, but you only have gas to get
7. Yeah. Okay.
So he should go 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Fjant, I think, still has no idea and still hasn't seen it, and RiSky is. Plays really well.
There's 8, and now he's building back into roaches. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, and the roaches is because once again, once Fjant sees the muters, he's like, oh, I have to go across.
I've got to go. Yeah.
So he will go across, and then you just deflect it with the roaches. So I like RiSky's spot here really nice.
No spores. How many queens have we got? Only 3.
Yeah, it should only be the 3.
Yeah. Okay, this could be really devastating.
Oh, he sees it now.
Oh, sees that as they pop.
Yeah. So Hydroden straight down.
Yeah,
spores
3 spores. Incredibly good reaction.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a lot of overlords on the map, so he loses all map control, and he's gonna lose all map vision. Yes, that's a big part of the muter play. He can't do stuff like this, right? Because you just get the muters just right click, and they just gradually kill off.
Yeah, gonna grind your army.
But in the meantime, he moves around, and clears up with the overlords. Yeah. That's a big advantage for the muter player, because the muter player can leave their overlords on the map and have
vision. Yeah.
At least until the hydras come out.
Or those.
Yeah, just barely sneaking by. I think they're gonna get caught anyway.
Yeah, but it pulls the army back. Mew is at the front trying to, like I say, whittle away at this, but there is going to be spores and queen, so yeah, it can't.
Yeah.
Don't want to lose any
they
of
can't
those.
do much here. Too much here. But when the Hydras come out as well, that's going to be the end of it. I'd like to see Burrow move from Fjant. It'd be really cool because he's so good at using that. But
Yeah.
This is a max out from RiSky. Fjant needs to be really careful because he's not up in army at all.
Oh, okay, well, here we go. From this position, I think, yeah, Fjant has way more, and RiSky clocks that immediately and goes, hang on, actually, I can't engage into here just yet. Mew is on the right, trying to take a good fight. Some reinforcement roaches coming down there. Fights on both sides start happening. This fourth base is definitely in danger, but we'll have to see how the fights actually play out now.
Yeah, I mean, observing this is just so hard. I gotta.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I think overcommitted on the right, which means he is undercommitted on the left and loses this fight and actually lets quite a few roaches into his main. On the other hand, he can't really pull any of these units away because he.
As soon as that's seen that they're pulled away, yeah. Oh, a bit of an unfortunate pathing issue there, but you have to play that as it is. Roach still in the main for Fjant. He can't deal with
7
those
workers,
yet,
and these are workers he couldn't really afford to lose. He was already slightly down in worker count, and that's why RiSky is maxed out and banking, and Fjant is not. This is a tricky spot. I mean, RiSky's just mining from this base. Even like I said, I've said it a million times today. I feel like just mining a few workers more, like, is actually a really big advantage. This is a good fight for Fjant, so he's going to dive there.
Okay, but also the natural, the Mewers are going around, and they're getting whittled down now. There's only a handful of them left. Still, that's annoying. Forces a response.
Kind of done their job, and like, there's so many Hydras out. Actually, Fjant might just go across with the Hydras here. So Hydras don't fight that well.
Yeah, because they have less health, right?
Yeah, they're just so squishy. But with the big Roach front line, they don't do too badly at all.
Yeah, because they can get in the back and fire.
This is really good for Fjant, and RiSky's going to try and take the fight. Bio's just kind of whiff. This is still really good for Fjant. I mean, the Roaches here are being annoying, and the Muses are going to get the Roach Run, and that is bad. And Fjant does spot it and makes a new one of his own. But he needs units here to clear this up. Instead, he's going to try and commit in. This is a bit of a choke, but he does have more units here, just barely. I think with the reinforcements, Fjant really can't be here.
Yeah, +1, or 2 carapaces is about to finish up, but I don't think it's going to finish up for this fight.
He's up an upgrade, but not for long. The problem here is once the frontline Roaches die, and they're all very low in the red now,
then the Hydras
will just absolutely melt behind it. Not probably bad trades. I think he's probably down overall, but this last couple minutes have been pretty decent for Fjant overall. But you have to think like, okay, but what's happening
the bank is also was so good.
The bank was good for RiSky, and that's now gone into this and this, which means we're getting towards that like turtle late game once again. Yeah, you love to see it. I think Fjant can hold here. Does need to be careful of the bios. Stuff like this is really nice. Where he only has 6, so we've used 3, so there's only 3 left. Does need to be a bit careful. He's giving a lot of space to RiSky, and he could just get this base right-clicked.
Okay, I think he's out of bios for another few seconds. Yeah, he's going to back all the way off. Still got like a good amount of map control. Lost a lot of the vision on the top side and the left side for both players have. So
yeah, this is again where I'd love to see like some Roach run by, some Burrow Roaches especially. But I feel like I think Fjant feels like he can't afford it and can't like squeeze that out.
Yeah, it's so risky, isn't it? It's so
especially
scary.
He's going for Hive and Lurkers of his own, so a really tricky spot for sure. His +2 is going to be done slightly sooner, and like while we were saying that like 2-1 Roaches are good, but 2-2 doesn't matter that much, and like 1-0 is fine, 1-1 doesn't do much. But now these fights start to get a bit weird because there's a lot of Ravagers and Hydras in the
there's a lot more than just Roaches.
And Lurkers, in fact, as well.
Oh, picking off a Lurker, picking off 2 Lurkers.
Yeah, I mean, you do get the nice, so it's only a Hydra kill, but...
Oh, that's true, actually, But still, got the transfuse, that's nice.
Fjant's actually taking a bit of a supply lead in this game. I think this is because RiSky has put so much towards his tech.
Yeah, in fact, getting the upgrade still whilst being attacked, this could get scary. But again, the longer the game goes on, the better it feels for RiSky.
Yeah, and with the defender's advantage as well, I think he can hold this. He might give this base up. He's kind of posturing over here and probably sacking this base. Fjant pushing through, but only killing it again. I mean,
doesn't want to give up both bases. That could be really bad.
Yeah, I don't think this base is in much trouble.
Okay, he's got some units going over there. Big fight now coming into the potential Lurker range. But the Lurker's not quite done yet.
Yeah, I mean, Fjant is baiting RiSky into the Lurkers of his own, but there's so many Lurkers here that you just have to be so careful. And Fjant hasn't got, he's got an Overseer, but he hasn't got much detection. So, like, with the Oracle, you would just, like, revelate the middle of the army and you'd see everything. With the, in ZVZ, it's also really unclear because, like, the spines kind of blend
you don't know how deep does it go.
Yeah, and it's, like, so often I was like, he's got 2 Lurkers here and here. But the guy actually had, like, 4 back here, so I was like, oh, I can snipe the 2 and then run in, and I sniped the 2 and then run in and die.
Yeah.
So it is really tricky. This is rough, and this is all enabled by the muter play because there's no vision, so this base is going down for Fjant.
But Fjant is going through the middle of the map, and it looks like we might go into a full-on base race here. Yeah. As the lurkers do get set up, and yeah, that's exactly what Fjant is going to do. So this game is about to get wild as well.
Yeah, this position is so good for RiSky, so I think that base is given up.
Yeah.
This is a nice pick-off for Fjant.
Top and third base, though, for...
This is bad. This is so many lurkers, and I think Fjant may...
Yeah, but the base race... Base race on the other side.
I mean, lurkers on top of everything here is a really bad spot to be in, obviously. Fjant is going to base trade onto the third and the, I guess, fourth for RiSky. Fjant needs to be so careful here. There's so many lurkers. I'd love to see,
Is there a handful of muters still alive?
No, they all died.
Oh, they all died? I wonder if that's even worth having any in this series. Probably not, actually.
Nah, because the Hydras are still
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
This is so tough for Fjant.
Hydra Lurker Viper. That's what it has to be.
So careful.
And now both players are absolutely killing each other. Both running into the naturals of one another.
There's no detection here, so
yeah,
the lurkers...
Neither player has really any ability to stop the other one bulldozering them through.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a race. RiSky has 2 extractors on the top, on the 12 o'clock base.
Yeah, and they don't bleed out.
He needs to unroot that spine as well. That's actually, there's a spine on the top as well.
Important.
And then RiSky, I think, is actually ahead.
For Fjant is sniping these units.
Yeah.
To deny some of the vision. Even like sniping, actually, there are only 3. If he gets these, the game is like completely over. I feel like. Yeah, getting up at the top of the ramp now is going to be really helpful for Fjant. But these units are, I think, eventually going to die. He's got a supply lead overall. I like the position. Needs to dodge that pile. Really
it does.
Done.
Yeah.
RiSky pulls all of his workers from the back.
Don't go up there, RiSky.
This fight is not takeable
for
RiSky. Oh, he sniped all of the overseers.
Okay, is that it?
Oh no, there's one. It's running away. I think Fjant's done it.
In one, 62 workers going down, an absolute bust of a game. There are still 4 lurkers out the thing, but that's it. RiSky's going to tap out, and we get to go to game number 5 in the losers final. Incredible stuff.
Game 5 will be on Pylon, which we've seen vetoed quite a few times across the series, but it's kind of okay in ZVZ. I mean, Fjant gets in these positions and then just barely drags it back.
Bro, that was incredible.
He's something else. Like, look here, he's down 20 supplies, down workers.
Yeah.
This base dies shortly after this, I think.
He went 0-2 down and gritted his teeth and has been pulling himself back into this series.
Like, look, he's down 20 supplies so much. He's down workers so much.
Yeah. Incredible stuff. It really impressed like just how well both these players are playing.
There's like fights like this. I'm like, that's not good. That's a concave. He's down 20 supply. Now he's starting to even.
And it was here. It was here as the units moved through the middle of the map.
I really didn't believe.
Yeah.
You know, these lurkers are here now. They've got an upgrade
advantage.
Yes, yeah,
they're ahead. Yeah.
It's tricky, you know, and it's amazing to see. I'm so happy. What a series.
I'm not gonna lie. I really
like there's lurkers like on top of everything. Like,
yeah.
Are gonna go down for Fjant. But now here, like he snipes the overseers.
Oh yes,
he starts to hit the overlords to like stop more overseers morphing. Amazing game.
Incredible stuff there.
But this is EVZ. It's so much. It's so volatile, and you just go.
You
know, actually, I'm not gonna like attack into your lurkers. I'm just gonna go across the map and see what we can
get.
Base trading like that.
I mean, so it would have been suicide to try and attack into the lurkers once they got into that position. So it was absolutely the right thing to do. All right, spawning in the top left as the purple Protoss. His tournament life is on the line. He's got to pull it back now to not get reverse sweeped. It is TSI's RiSky.
And in the bottom right of Pylon LE for this banger of a match. I mean, it's amazing when these games finish because we're like, oh, the players need a break, but I need a break after this one. What an absolute match. Playing for the chance to face Gerald in the grand finals of EPIC45.
Yeah.
The reverse sweep incoming. Give him your energy. Playing in the yellow for Team Rotti is the Swedish Zerg Fjant.
Let's absolutely go. This is an incredible series so far.
This is the real finals in my heart.
Yeah.
You know, we saw Gerald and Fjant play already. I think Gerald and RiSky may have already played in the upper bracket.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Yeah.
We didn't see it on stream, but they did play.
Yeah, and then we didn't put it on stream because we were like, that's probably a 3-0, and it was.
Yeah.
But like, this is a banger and like a reverse sweep, really.
Yeah. This is what land dreams are made of.
Could it happen? I mean, the story as well is amazing. Fjant, you know, he's just a wee kid. He's not.
Yeah.
It's like 19, but it's fine. Coming in against like RiSky, who's such a LAN veteran, has played so many of these series, just so like comfortable playing at LAN setup, and you know he always comes in. Have you practiced? No, not at all. Nah. And then you know just over a few games over the weekend, he just like de-rusts, gets so much stronger.
Yeah,
has a really good showing. And then in the past 2 games, you know, he's really struggled to like bring it home, even with good early games. What seems like good mid games, and then they're late.
Yeah.
I think this is Fjant like leveraging his speed, his decision making.
Do you know?
We saw him just like he's taking good fights on both sides.
It is that thing you
decisively taking base trades. You love to see it.
Do you remember that thing in early StarCraft 2 where it was like when the Koreans were really dominant, and it was like a foreigner would look like they were in a good position, and then the Korean would just switch it on and start winning.
Yeah.
That is what Fjant is doing here. Like, it's really hard to technically put what's going on here as what RiSky is like doing wrong to like lose those last 2 games, but it is happening. Like Fjant is just switching it on and being able to make it work.
I really enjoyed the last 2 games. Like,
yeah,
I know it's like ZVZ, and I was like, ZVZ, really? But like, so much of ZVZ is just like, I'm gonna make loads of roaches, and you're going to make loads of roaches, and then we'll like smash them into each other and see who has more. Not that interesting.
Yeah.
Past 2 games, you've had like mutas coming through, Fjant defending them really nicely. I mean, it starts with like early Ling aggression, and then, you know, that goes, and it kind of peters out, and we kind of get, you know, trades on both sides.
Yeah.
RiSky actually putting a lot of damage into this hatch.
Yeah, actually. It's done a decent amount to it. Banelings, defensive Banelings being more.
Just safety Banes. Like, you always got to make a few.
Yeah.
RiSky going for
a
few
quite
more.
a few, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's because he saw these Lings from
Yeah,
Fjant,
actually,
so
yeah,
he's
no,
thinking
respect.
like, that's quite a lot. But, you know, 1, 2, 4 or 5 is probably fine. Like, obviously, getting away with as few as you can is like kind of optimal, but not dying is also way more optimal.
Yeah, I was about to say not dying is optimal, in my opinion.
Oh, man. What a series.
Yeah. Again, I would have really been interested to see RiSky, like, is there not a world where he can, I guess, we didn't look at the natural so much. He looked like he couldn't break the natural. He was just, like, sieging it.
Yes. Yeah, I think he couldn't because Fjant deliberately put his lurkers back there.
Yeah, okay, yeah. In which case, yeah,
it was
absolutely
like
GG.
Back home, I think his units were the wrong side. They kited left, so Fjant could run right.
Right,
and like once you hold like one of these thin
hang
top
on.
of the ramps.
I thought it was
alright, it's alright. Once you hold like this ramp, you're in a really good spot for the rest of the game. RiSky going to push through with a few Banes. I think Fjant here needs to be really careful of his queens. He's lost a lot of queens in a lot of these early games.
Yes, yeah.
Which makes things a little bit trickier as the game goes on.
Okay, 1 Baneling to be a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Not going to pop early.
Not going to eat it this game.
Oh, he does get work
Good micro
now.
from Fjant so far.
Yeah.
A lot of roaches coming through from both players. These are just like hatch tech roaches. I don't think they're like particularly aggressive. It's like hard to keep track of like who has more.
Yeah.
And who's kind of committing more to it. I guess Fjant is starting to make a lot of Banes start to push across, but you know, oftentimes you just make a lot of units go across and then
2 spines in the way for RiSky. He definitely feels threatened. 2 spines. He definitely doesn't want to just like lose here immediately.
Yeah, there's a lot of Lings coming through for Fjant still, so it is quite committed. That's a move command on these roaches, which is going to cost him a little bit. He's trying to snipe this base, but at the meantime, he's not kind of microing these Lings. Microing back home, trying to avoid losing too many of these Banelings. Really nice pick-off so far from Fjant.
Oh, he ran.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
I mean, this spine is going to be done, and you know they're not scary, but they're not super scary.
Yeah,
they're not a Baneling or something, but good number of Banes coming through behind this.
Oh, this looks actually really scary for RiSky. I'm getting very worried right now. The spine crawler might go down soon. He has got us around with the roaches, but the spine does go down. There's still 3 Banelings here. No.
I mean, Banes onto the roaches now is not even bad. Like
because
they're quite supply efficient. Fjant, I think, will start to get cleaned up here. Only 3 workers going down for RiSky, but it does put him at a slight deficit. Okay, more going down now as Fjant decides to sack these roaches and go for a few worker kills. RiSky has to pull those away. Overall, a good start, I think, for Fjant. He obviously needs to be careful that the counterattack doesn't do a lot of damage. But I really don't feel like it can. RiSky doesn't have a lair done. Like, there's no tech advantage.
Yes.
He's not like he's got +1, like nearly finished.
But the scary thing is that in the last 2 games, Fjant has been down 10 to 15 workers in these situations, and then come back and won. And now RiSky is the one down in workers. That's really scary.
In this game, in fact, it's Fjant going for a faster lair.
Yeah. So we're having a bit of a role reversal, but then is RiSky going to be able to claw it back?
this is a good start for Fjant. I mean, 3 spines coming through because I think he is now planning to basically put RiSky all in. He sees there's no workers here, and you're like, you haven't made any more workers than the ones, you know, more than the ones that I killed at the start of the game.
Yes, therefore,
that's a good sign that he's starting to be aggro. So spines, just to be like belt and braces, sure.
Yeah.
This is a dodgeball game happening over here in the middle of the map.
Yeah.
These lings kind of got shooed away by RiSky's lings of his own, but Fjant going to stay active. Keep an eye on the worker count and the unit count, especially at the front. Oh, I think he wanted to go for the main then.
He certainly did, but we're gonna have to. He's gonna have to wait on that, as RiSky is not gonna let him in. However, RiSky is gonna be able to run by, see the lair is done, and he's gonna scout the spire.
Yeah,
he hasn't scouted
seen
it.
He is gonna lose his queen, which is unfortunate. I think this pull is nice because I think it says so much.
Yeah.
And it doesn't show the spire. I mean, there are Banes morphing, and they might see the spire, so that's bad for Fjant. Yeah, RiSky just hasn't barely seen it.
But yeah,
he's going to sit with these Banes, which is double bad, because these Banes have a chance to do quite a lot of damage. Yeah, 4 going down, and sees the Spire. Don't know. I mean, he got away without cancelling the Spire from the first attack, you know, which to try and hide it, try and keep it a bit more hidden. But now it obviously is scouted. I don't know. We haven't seen RiSky playing against the Muters so far. And I guess Fjant has like showed him how to a little bit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, a little
like,
bit.
This is
what
what you do when someone plays Muters.
I can do this too, you know.
And now he's like, yeah.
Finally,
my
that
turn to make the
overall
Muters.
goes down.
We'll see what RiSky can find. In this game, RiSky has obviously got like quite a lot more notice than Fjant ever had in their games. He was always kind of taken a little bit off guard by the Muters.
Yeah.
You saw in the last game that it wasn't that off guard. But obviously, like RiSky, I think ended up like killing the Spore in that game, so. Definitely could have played it a little bit more cleanly. 10 meters coming through and the base cancelled. So RiSky giving a lot of respect here to Fjant's move out.
Road speed not quite done yet for RiSky, though it is going to finish up before. Yeah, okay, it's going to finish up before a decisive fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, is it done for Fjant as well? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So now we've got equally sped roaches.
Equally sped roaches.
And RiSky actually taking a slight work advantage until like literally right now. Which I think is fine. Fjant instead going for the tech advantage as the first meters hit the field.
Yeah.
Again, I think these are mostly just going to like clear up overlords.
Did RiSky not make any spores?
Not yet. You can kind of delay them a little bit.
I don't think he saw. I wonder if he saw the spire. I don't think he saw the spire.
What?
Yeah, he didn't. When the Banelings went in, he didn't see the spire.
Production, can we stay like this? We'll rewind a sec.
Yeah.
He saw the spire, but he didn't see the spire.
I think he didn't see it. Yeah. Because he didn't build any spores.
Okay, I misread it completely. I thought because technically you can delay. You can like.
But then he was like spreading overlords out as well.
I wish we could see the camera locations in the.
Oh,
you can see the camera, but you can't see them in the replay.
Wait, you can if we can follow. Hang on, if we go.
Oh, that's a really good control. No, I got it. There you go. So he's looking over here at the lings, like the Fjant's ling run by.
Yeah, now we're on his view.
He sends the Banes in.
Yeah, so the Banelings are running in.
Send the Banes in. He sees it.
He doesn't click on it.
He didn't. He
didn't click on it.
He didn't clock it.
But I think surely it's not a spore.
So it's possible he thinks that it's less done than it is. It's possible he just like sees it, doesn't clock it. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. But oh, what a series. Dramatic.
I mean, ends so suddenly.
Yeah.
And now we're like, okay, I'll keep making my roaches. I'll play defensive. It's possible, and we'll go and talk to him after this, that he didn't think Fjant could afford like that many roaches and that many muters.
Yeah. That's
like, I can scramble to hold them, but he's had such an advantage so long that like realistically there's nothing you can do about it. You know, like when you're playing against like a PVT or something, and you're like barely surviving, and then they teleport like 15 BC.
You're barely like holding on in the main fight, and then they double drop, medevac drop you. That's
I think another possibility is that he thought the Spire had like just started, and it wasn't as far along as he thought.
See,
so
now
when it comes out,
yeah,
like
now he's spreading overlords. He just set that queue up, and he sees and he's looking. Yeah, it's so quick.
Oh, and they were right here as well. He didn't see them until they were like in his face.
That's why I like saying. I was like,
okay.
When they would start going across the map, I was like, "There's no spores. This is I
mean, listen.
Game is hard.
This queen is imminently dead.
Yes.
You can't pull any queens to it.
Yeah.
So this mineral line's gone. Like, okay, what's the best thing that happens? He starts putting spores here, pulls this mineral line here. Then what? Fjant just kills the spore. With workers dying the whole time, then this queen dies. Now then what position are we in?
Yeah.
Thank you, production. We can switch back to our cameras now. I think we've done our. We don't need the
analysis. You know.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll live without the highlights for that one.
Yes.
I mean, it wasn't much of a game. I'll say it's a bit of a non-game.
Not compared to the two before it. The two before were bangers.
Sometimes it's checkmate, and I think RiSky's not as comfortable playing as the Mutas as Fjant is. It's just like, okay, I can't do that. Like, I can't play the Hydra Viper.
Yeah, it's like, I won't be the I'll die the hero rather than, live to be the villain.
I'll never stoop to those.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well, we are going to take a break.
Yes.
I need a break.
Yes.
Because we are going into
Grand Finals.
Grand Finals, which will be a best of 6 in brackets.
Yeah.
Of Fjant versus Geralt. So stick around.
Lock in for that one.
20 past now. Let's say 1:45.
Yeah.
So we give Fjant a little bit of a break. He just played a best of 5 reverse sweep, which was awesome. And then we'll go into Geralt versus Fjant. Approaching 10 o'clock, and we said we didn't want to go that late, but yeah.
But this is how the Starcraft happens.
It happens this way. I mean, it wouldn't have been this late if it wasn't a reverse sweep. If you hadn't just died, like he was supposed to.
Yeah. Fan, you went against the plan, man.
Yeah, you ruined our script.
Incredible.
So don't go anywhere. We apologise for the rate once again, but got to give the players a chance to.
Yeah, do it. And again, you've seen the quality of games. We're really in the good quality of games now.
Yeah, this is it now. Don't go anywhere. Stick around. The grand finals is coming after this. Geralt versus Fjant. Let's go.